Matheus, a 31-year-old man, shared a near-death experience he had in 2017 when he was 19. He describes the moments after taking the pills while waiting for the ambulance, watching his senses start to fail until he felt separated from his physical body and wrapped in an intense feeling of peace and love. When he woke up in the hospital 3 days later, Matheus was surprised to realize that life continued beyond physical death. His experience led him to value the search for answers about our existence and the importance of truly living. Hello, I'm Marcus, and it's a pleasure to have you here at Beyond the Life We Live. I hope you feel at home and absorb the lesson from the story we're about to share. By the way, leave a like and subscribe to the channel, as it's very important to us and helps bring more impactful stories to you. It all began on a Sunday morning after Matheus took something in an attempt to leave this world quickly and without pain. After taking the medication, he tried to sleep, believing everything would end soon. But about 15 to 20 minutes later, he woke up with intense stomach pain. Feeling extremely sick, he tried to throw up in the bathroom, but couldn't. In desperation, he asked his mother to call an ambulance and confessed what he had done. During the half hour they waited for help, his muscles began to shut down, and he felt an overwhelming cold. Then his voice started to fade. By the time the ambulance arrived, he was almost completely immobile and struggling to breathe, which caused panic in his family. In the ambulance, as he was taken to a better-equipped hospital in the neighboring city, he was given oxygen, which helped him breathe more easily. At that point, his vision gradually went dark until he couldn't see anything at all, even with his eyes open. Then he lost his hearing and his sense of touch, and he realized it felt like his final moment. Matheus then felt a powerful energy fill his body, starting in his arm and spreading throughout, like an intense tingling. He describes the sensation of another body rising from inside his physical one, floating above it. At first, he could still feel both bodies, but soon he lost all awareness of the physical one, becoming fully conscious only of the floating body. In that moment, he experienced a deep sense of peace, no guilt, no regret, no fear, as if he had awakened from a dream and entered a deeper reality. That peace was followed by a powerful feeling of love, something he had never felt before. The feeling of love was so intense, it felt like he was going back to where he came from, like he was somehow returning to his origin. Even though he had a sense of being part of everything, there was still a strange awareness of being a separate individual, kind of like being a single point in a vast web that connects to the entire universe. In that space, his existence felt like the four walls around him had fallen, allowing him to feel part of everything at once. At that point, Matheus couldn't see, hear, or sense anyone around him. His last audible memory was the sound of the ambulance and his mother crying beside him. After that, he lost all physical senses, and all that remained were these feelings, stronger than anything he had ever experienced. He remembers that in that moment, he wasn't thinking about his family or his past life. He had made peace with leaving and felt no regret about what he had done. When he regained consciousness 3 days later in the hospital, he remembered feeling deceived, because even though he had fully intended to leave, he expected everything to end with death. However, from that moment on, he knew with certainty that life goes on. And that realization made him never want to end it again, because he began to see the importance of seeking answers and understanding our existence as an ongoing process of learning. And the strongest message he brought back from that side is that life goes on, no matter what happens to the physical world, and that we should focus on living in a way that helps us become the best version of ourselves for the world.